What's happening, party people? It is a nasty morning in Albuquerque. Man, anytime there's clouds in Albuquerque, it's considered nasty. However, it is chilly and trying to rain, so it is actually a nasty day. There's the Sandia Mountains ahead of me with a little bit of snow on them. I am on my way down to the shop to do 2 engine swaps, hopefully today. But I do need to stop by my storage, pick up a clutch kit in case mine is absolutely not reusable, which it seems like it's holding fine. And I gotta stop by the junkyard real quick and grab a part for somebody to ship out. And then I'll be headed to the shop. And let the traffic begin. Slowing down from 50 to 30. One of the primary reasons why I tell you guys where I'm at in the morning is so that you can get my help. If you're a daily watcher and you want my help with something, checking out something, fixing maybe something real quick, you'll know where I'm at. And of course, you know I got my Vita computer to scan codes for you and my Volvo VST to scan codes and maybe adjust climate control issues. So if I'm in the town that you're in and you need my help, reach out. You might have to meet me or something like that, but we'll try to help you the best way we can briefly if we don't already have work scheduled. So being a daily viewer and knowing where I'm at that day can help you out if you need it. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's clips. It's messing around with somebody's water heater. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off the Tinker Day, investigating a water heater issue. I guess it's in this closet here. They thought it was boiling and wasn't sure. There was a water leak here that was fixed. It looked like it had been fixed a time or two before. What in the world is this? Some kind of water system. Advanced water system. Anyway, I think the thermostat might have gone out in this thing. Ooh, looks a little old. Does not have the drain on it. It's electric. So, man, I don't see a date on that thing. Doesn't look rotted out. See if it has a thermostat here. It has a thermostat adjustment. Look like it's turned way down to 66 degrees. Oh, that might be up. Can't really tell. Turn off power before servicing. Trying to get shocked here. I'm gonna go get a little screwdriver. Yeah, it looks like it's turned up, but it's not working. Might have burned out the heating element in it. I'm going to go look for the breaker, see if the breaker's flipped, and go from there. None of the breakers inside the house were flipped. So I came out here and took a screwdriver and turned it all the way down, all the way up, and then I turned it to the neutral position. And it should be at a normal position at 125, which is not too hot. 30 minutes later, this thing is running pretty hot. So I'm gonna turn it down low and see if the water cools down. So I'm gonna put it right there. That's between, man, I can't really see what the temperature there is, but that's between 90 and 125. So if this doesn't cool down in 30 minutes, I'm probably going to just replace the thermostat, because that's probably the only thing that's wrong with it. So let's see if it cools down here in the next 30 minutes. And thermostats are like 20 bucks. So that may be what the problem is. But you can get a thermostat and 2 heating elements for like $35. The thermostat alone is like $20. When I turned it back to 125, I didn't hear anything click or cycle or anything like that. Then I noticed up here, this is a reset button. So when I had it sitting at 125, I pushed that reset button and it did reset. I could feel and hear it click. And then it sounded like it started to function again. After resetting it, went inside. 20 minutes later, the water was hot. 10 minutes after that, it was probably too hot. It's probably more than 125. I don't have a thermometer to check it, but I'm gonna go check it, see if she has a thermometer that goes over 125 to see if it's higher than 125. If it is, it's just running both heating elements full tilt, and that's why it set the thermostat breaker. So let me go see if I can figure out what temperature it's at right now. Put a meat thermometer in there. Looks like it's holding at what I would guess would be about 120. So we're gonna check it in 10 minutes because I turned it down just to make sure it's not still rising. It looked like it is still rising a little. It was kind of hot when I started running the water. I could see smoke running out of it. So I'm gonna check it in 1 hour to make sure it is under the A and still in the C. If it's in the A, I'm definitely gonna go get a thermostat for this thing. Just heard back from the owner of that property. They checked the temperature of the water coming out of their faucet, and it is over 150. So I'm headed back there with a thermostat and a circuit tester. First, we're going to make sure we get the right breaker to cut the electricity off to it. Then we're going to replace the primary main upper thermostat. That was a suggestion of the guy there at Home Depot, but I probably should have got both. I talked to my maintenance guy at an apartment complex named James. He said that they just replaced both thermostats together. They're probably 30 bucks between the two of them. Just replace both of them and not worry about it. So I got one. I'm gonna go back and get the other one after I get my hair cut, and we'll get the one now. I'm gonna go out there right now, cut that breaker off, and try to replace the main one, because I don't want that thing overheating or possibly not tripping and possibly causing some electrical fire out there. Now, of course, if you're not a plumber, licensed plumber, you shouldn't be doing this at somebody's property. If you're here in the great US, you got to be licensed plumber to do stuff like that. But people are allowed to do that to their own property, so you can assist them in doing it. Not that you're doing it on your own, making some kind of plumbing house call and charging fees to fix people's water heater. Get my drift? I did a quick search on YouTube. Man, there are some very good videos explaining how to do this process. So you are encouraged, if you're going to do this at your own property, to check out those videos and just make sure you don't have power going to that when you start trying to disconnect wires. That could be fatal. You don't want to be drooling the rest of your life. How you doing, Jim? Yeah, that water heater thing, man, that was bad. Turn the temperature all the way down. This thing is still climbing. Looks like it stopped at about 140. That's good. It's not up over 150 anymore. And I'm gonna try to shut the breaker off and go over there and replace this thing real quick. First thing we're going to do is throw a few breakers that are paired to try to find the one for the water heater. Water heater is normally on 30 amp paired breaker. So This one up here is paired. This one up here is paired. This one down here is paired. So I'm not sure which one because they're not labeled. So I'm going to throw one and go outside and test it for electricity and see if I shut the right one off. Be nice if we had a couple of pairs, but that one says kitchen. That's the only thing I see that's labeled. So I'm going to start off by going outside, checking it, make sure I get a reading on this thing. Then I'm going to come up here and throw one breaker at a time to find the one I need. So this thing may have already tripped the breaker, the reset on here. I'm assuming red is hot, so we're going to stick this thing up there and ground it and see if we got juice flowing through there on this little tester. I definitely got power to it when I hook my black one over there, my red one over here. I get 220 on my little tester thing here. Let's see if I could do it with one hand. Do 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 do. There you have it. We got power, folks. Let's go turn that off. It appears that I got the right breaker first shot. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this thing and replace it. Oh my gosh, she made a mistake and went all the way hot instead of all the way cold. Anyway, let me go ahead and replace this thing. As you see, these parts appear to be the same. So we're going to take these wires loose, make sure you don't get them mixed up, and pop this out. There's really good videos to show you. Just release the tension on both sides of that, and that thing lifts up and falls out. So let's do that real quick. I have the wires on. I'm going to go ahead and switch power back on. Make sure the reset button's pushed. I'm going to put this cover on first, then I'm going to adjust that thermostat to 125. It's got a recommended mark, that black mark. I'm going to go just barely above that. Well, actually, I'm going to go right to that because they don't run a dishwasher here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. Test, make sure I got power to it. And close it up. I have power going to it. I have power going to those leads too. Let me see if the reset button's pushed. It does not seem like it was tripped. I'm gonna put that cover back on and we'll check the temperature in 2 hours. We got the cover back on. We should be good to go. Let's go ahead and put the insulation back in place. Hug the wires on it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cover back on it because I'm assuming it's fixed. That's the old one there. Kicked off the Tinker Day with 10,500 miles. And guess what? No horn. What is a vehicle less than a year old doing with the inoperative horn? Well, I don't know. But I checked the fuse. And that's it. I'm taking it to the dealer. Let them deal with their warranty repair. Yes, sir. That was a different video. I can't remember if I had replaced one of those in the past on one of my houses or not. But I know I've replaced the heating elements before on those electric water heaters. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. And thanks for watching. Talk to you later.